Okay, Zach. You haven't visited the Basilica just yet?
No.
No? But is there any type of spiritual representation, you know? I mean, when you walk in there, is it going to impact you in some sort of spiritual way, or?
Only in that it's silent, and then a silent place is usually quite rare. So.
Okay.
And then, so it's more about the audio space actually for me. So because I'm not really religious or believe in God.
Okay. So does that mean that anywhere that you go that's kind of quiet, that would kind of bring out your spirituality, or?
No, I suppose other places, mostly, I guess, sacred spaces do in fact kind of like have an effect. I mean, but I can't say why. Probably because it's sort of like a space designated for that kind of like pensiveness.
Yeah. Well, the symbolism and.
No, the symbolism doesn't really get me.
No?
In fact, I find like the Christian symbolism to be like tremendously violent, and I don't really like it.
Okay. Yeah, I see. So, if you see a cross or even this basilica behind you, I mean, to you, does it represent violence? Maybe memories of the Crusade and things like that?
Yes, it does.
Yeah. Okay. Now, what about your own personal beliefs? Where do you get like the silence and? I mean, how is that spiritual to you?
Silence spiritual to me? I can't really say.
Okay.
It's one of these things that's probably hard to put words to. So.
Okay. Well, this might help. What about if you were to die? What will happen to you?
I don't know.
According to your beliefs, yeah, you would say.
I would say, well, likely a hole in the ground, but perhaps something else.
6 feet under.
Yeah, but you know, it's something that I can't really know about until.
Okay, nobody really knows.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm not putting words in your mouth, but the people that think they do know create violence?
No, I don't think so. Not necessarily.
So,
it's just something. It's just like a historical contingency.
I see what you mean.
Like it's just something that's happened in the past, and I associate it with.
Okay, you're a history buff.
Somewhat.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm actually an archaeologist.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good. Archaeology is good. What do you think about biblical archaeology?
I hate it.
I knew that you would say that. I knew it.
I mean, you know, it's for some people, but not me.
Okay. Now, have you done any research in that area, or?
Yeah, I dig in a place called Madaba, Jordan, and it's like a Moabite. You know what Moabites?
Moabites, yeah.
Moabite.
That's biblical. Yeah.
It's like mentioned in the Bible, so sometimes people get excited about that.
Now, what would be if a Bible thumper came your way? What would be the nail in the coffin to basically say, look, I've done some digs, and this is what I think about the Bible, or this is what I've learned about it.
Nail in the coffin.
Well, I mean, with the biblical archaeology, I mean, is the Bible true, and has archaeology kind of?
No, I don't think archaeology is really. Well, the thing is that archaeology, I mean, you can put into it what you want.
That's right. It's subjective, isn't it? If you just dig it up.
It's quite subjective. So if you're coming from a stance where you want to prove something, then I think it's kind of a bad stance to come from.
Good.
Where you're already fine when you have something there, like let's confirm this. Like it's no good. It's
right.
It's bad science.
It's presuppositions, and you never should have something like that.
I mean,
right?
not that everyone doesn't have them. But
that's right.
That's right. When it's out in the open like that.
Now that's good stuff, man. Because I don't think my personal belief is that doesn't always happen. Especially when you're digging and you find something, sometimes there's this presupposition that you kind of want to disprove or maybe prove something.
It's true, yeah.
It's that everybody's got that tendency, and it seems like you've kind of got you like to come at it with what do you call it, a clean slate or just an open canvas?
To be objective, which I understand is impossible. Right? I mean, I've got my biases as much as everyone else does, but
yeah,
it's like good to be aware of them. Whereas with biblical archaeology, I mean, that's like front and center. Like, let's confirm what's in the Bible. I think it's just like, that's not really what I'm interested in either. Like, I think that's kind of boring. I like just I'm more into the anthropological side. Like how people live.
Yeah.
What they eat.
Yeah, that's true.
More simple things. Right?
Well, I tell you what, man. There's a lot of presuppositions in that as well.
Absolutely.
I got one word in particular when you're dealing with anthropology. Then evolution in general
Yes.
That's a huge one.
Shall we get into this?
Let's maybe later. Maybe later. That takes a long
later.
time. Here's what I want to know, though. Would you consider yourself, Zach, to be a good person?
I consider it. You consider
Yeah.
me a good person? No.
No.
Like
I don't hear that very often.
no, I don't really consider myself like a good, like a good human being. I mean, I try, but I mean,
But you're not, and you would be the first to tell somebody that.
well, I mean, like, no one's ever asked me straight up, so,
Okay.
yeah.
So, what would, if you're not a good person, you're probably a bad person in some way, or you would say that you're kind of in between?
Shades of gray.
Yeah, shades of gray.
Yeah,
We
okay.
try, but humans are weak.
Yeah, yeah. Have you ever told a lie? That would be revealing a weakness in some point, right?
Totally.
Have you ever taken something that doesn't belong to you? This is called a good person test.
A good person? Yes, I've taken something. I've stolen, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You ever taken the Lord's name in vain?
Yeah, all the time.
All the time. Jesus said, if you even look at another woman to lust after her, you've committed adultery already with her in your heart.
Yeah.
You've had a lustful thought.
I suppose. That's unrealistic. I think that's absolutely unrealistic.
Unrealistic.
I'm sorry if that offends you, but I think.
No, don't worry about offending me. Don't worry about it. So, Zach, by your own admission, though, you did say that you were not a good person, and I just kind of went through a good person test. And by your own admission, you just said that you were a lying, blasphemous thief with an adulterous heart.
It's true.
Now, what do you think? Now, I'm going to go back to spiritual beliefs and all that. What do you think if you were to die and stand before God, right, as a lying, blasphemous adulterer at heart? Would you think you'd go to heaven or hell if he exists? And I know that you say he doesn't exist.
But I suppose I mean based on like the criteria to go into heaven, I mean, yeah, I'd go to hell.
Right.
Right? Like, but it's something that doesn't really scare me. So.
No, and I'm not trying to.
Okay.
But the Bible says it's appointed for man once to die, and after this, the judgment. So if it's true, one day you'll stand before God, you'll give an account of your life, and you'll end up being guilty. And you're saying, though, based on what we've just talked about, and what you just know about the Scriptures, the Bible, what I just said, it doesn't concern you whatsoever, where you'd spend eternity.
No, it doesn't.
Okay. Any reason why?
Any reason why? Well, because I told you I'm not Christian. I don't believe in
That you
I
just
don't
don't
believe in
believe
heaven
in
and hell. And so
Yeah.
it's whether it's true or not, it doesn't concern me.